So yeah, the Video Plaza integration into Ooyala has been going great. So it's been about 9 months now. So the transaction closed last October, and so far I think it's been very well received by the market. I think people are really taking to the joint value proposition, right? Of the notion of combining product and knowledge on the video publishing and distribution side of things to the monetization side of things, and so. We hear there are a number of benefits that hang off of that, right? So first is just fewer discrepancies between the ad server and the player technology, right? That's been a big issue for the industry for years, going back 10 years now. Second is around just the buck stopping here, right? So for our full stack clients, if there's a bug, we fix it, we take care of it. There's no one else to blame, right? There's other benefits, so consolidated reporting and invoicing. There's just the knowledge, right? So we believe we're now the only company out there in the industry to really combine the deep knowledge of both sides of the coin, right? Distribution and monetization. So, so things like currency and viewability, and combining with DRM and runtimes and how one affects the other, and I think part of our proposition there is that you have a team now that knows this full gambit and can bring that to bear in the relationship. And then there's product synergies, and we recently announced the plugin that combines the Ooyala player and Video Plaza, the Carbon ad server, and as an example, it has anti-ad blocking technology natively built in. So if you're an ad-supported publisher and using both parts of the stack, you can automatically benefit from that. So ad blocking is an interesting problem. We've been tracking that actually for probably longer than, let's say, it's been heard so much in the Anglo-Saxon trade press, because it was really something that we picked up first from our German customers. So AdBlock Plus, which is one of the main ad blocking products, is a German company. It's actually based in Cologne. And so we were hearing that it was a big issue from our German customers, and we started to look last year into kind of ways to solve it, both from the client side as well as the server side, and we've really landed on a client-side solution where it can, using various technologies, spoof the ad blocker and circumvent it, and be able to have ads pass through. We've been seeing, just so you get a sense from our publishers, because we also have the first step is to first measure and understand the problem, and we've been seeing some publishers have kind of 10%, all the way up to 40% or even more of their audience actually using ad blockers. If you have a large gaming audience or sports audience, it tends to be much higher there. And then again, as kind of I alluded to earlier, in countries like Germany and Netherlands and Central Europe and even France, it's a much larger issue than it has been in the US and UK to date, but those countries are now catching up as well. And so now it's become top of mind for a lot of different, for a lot of publishers out there, where it's now a material part of their business. Yeah, so our customers who are using the ad blocking technology we've been using, we've deployed, are seeing a double-digit percentage uplift, which is significant, right? And that's from the ad blocker kind of circumvention, and then just the regular, let's say, set of propositions we have around unlocking mobile and off the desktop type of inventory, making better use of existing inventory in terms of yield optimization, and then just growing their viewer engagement and growing their video views through our technologies around personalization, recommendations, and using our analytics to drive that behavior. Yeah, I mean, we've heard of some of the large publishers that are essentially paying AdBlock or someone to let their ads through. Look, I mean, in any problem set like that, there's different ways of approaching it, right? There's a technology way, which is something we've been pioneering and is working. I mean, it's delivering material revenue, incremental revenue to our customers. But there's other ways, right? There's negotiated, approaches. There's regulatory and legal approaches, all of which we've seen publishers pursue. And so, we're not going to land on anything anytime soon on that front. And so, we're pushing ahead on the technology side of things and making sure that, it's in our interest to make sure publishers and their audiences, there's a fair exchange of value between, the kind of revenue that funds the content and the content itself.
Fantastic. No, to work with it. That's great.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.